And now, the general weather around Alaska.
River breakup map here showing continued some open water here working its way up the Porcupine River, and the Koyukuk River right through here pretty much open now, with mostly open water, at least some water even up in toward the Brooks Range there. And the Noatak River here, or I'm sorry, the Kobuk River right here, the southern one, showing some open water here in the upper stretch there, while the Noatak has some open water down in the lower areas. And of course, the North Slope River is still mostly ice. Moving on from there to fire danger. We've got for forecast for tomorrow, very high fire danger here near the Koyukuk, Kobuk Valley areas, and to a lesser extent in the Yukon Flats, with medium to high fire danger into the Tanana Valley, westward there a little bit. Also here for the Susitna Valley, western Kenai Peninsula, northeast Bristol Bay. Again, this is for grass. And then for spruce, still looking at some very high fire danger for spruce in around the Fairbanks area. Otherwise, high fire danger, much of the Yukon Flats and back in toward the west central interior areas. And now some of that's showing up here in the Susitna Valley as well. And for satellite imagery, you can see a system here moving northward right across the Queen Charlotte Islands, pushing another front with rain into the southern panhandle. Drier conditions to the north. Showers and thunderstorms here developing, and I should say showers and isolated thunderstorms developing and drifting southwestward, with clouds spreading southwestward across the Matanuska Valley, and some showers showing up over the Talkeetna Mountains on radar today, and some other shower activity here in the interior as well developing as the afternoon wears on. There is the sunshine. Very nice day here, Cook Inlet, Kenai Peninsula, into the Susitna Valley. A lot of sunshine. Same thing up here over the northwest interior portions of the Yukon Flats around Fort Yukon, Chalkitsik. Temperatures starting to push into the near 70 degrees there at mid to early afternoon. Otherwise, not much going on out here over the eastern Bering Sea. Next front shows up pretty vividly here out over the western Bering. You can see that moving right along, pushing rain and wind here in toward the central Aleutians, mostly back out here toward the western areas. And also an Arctic front here dropping southeastward should spread some moisture into the Arctic coast eventually here over the next couple of days. There it is, kind of a trough right there with light snow approaching the western Arctic coast. Otherwise, here the scattered and isolated thunderstorms here drifting southwestward today in basically east to northeast flow aloft, with this system pushing rain in over the southern panhandle, slowly spreading northward, dry over the western part of the state, and then rain for tonight, I should say. For tonight, pushing into the eastern Aleutians, Pribilof Island, seeing some rain and gusty winds for the central Aleutians, scattering out to showers with pretty gusty west winds here, gale force westerlies moving into the far western Aleutians. And again, it should stay snow-free along the Arctic coast through tonight, with showers diminishing here over the eastern interior. And then for tomorrow, in the afternoon hours, this map drawn for mid-afternoon tomorrow should see an increase in the showers and scattered thunderstorms once again. Partly and mostly sunny, Susitna Valley down into the Kenai Peninsula, North Gulf Coast area, Kodiak Island looking really good, as well as the northern interior. And then lower conditions here for the Arctic coast and North Slope areas. And then this front pushing rain into the Alaska Peninsula, back up toward the Pribilofs, weakening, as you can see, as it pushes eastward here from what it looks like for tonight. So really washing out as that pushes eastward, the main low center drifting up in across the western Bering Sea, continuing gusty west-southwest winds for the western Aleutians with quite a bit of shower activity. And a wet start to the weekend for the southeast coast continues into Sunday there. That front hung up right across the area there for clouds and occasional light rain, fog and drizzle, extending back into the North Gulf Coast, Prince William Sound, maybe even the eastern Kenai Peninsula Sunday afternoon. Actually, that's more of a developing shower pattern there. Same thing up here over the interior, low pressure now near the, near Eagle or just to the south of Eagle here, over the Yukon Flats, upper Tanana Valley area, and trough with showers, afternoon showers extending back toward the west coast, becoming more isolated and widely scattered for the shower activity out in this area. Could see some sunshine just to the north there from St. Lawrence Island across the Seward Peninsula into the Kobuk Valley. Partly sunny with some isolated showers developing for the Kobuk Valley. Low pressure here dropping southward toward the central Arctic coast. Light snow shower associated with that system. Nothing too heavy expected with that. And this system down here brings more clouds and a chance of rain to Kodiak Island. Pretty showery and windy in areas of the southern Bering Sea here in most of the Aleutian chain. And moving on to Monday, that changes. Big area high pressure out here, or actually the center just south of the western Aleutians, ridging northeastward there all the way into the Chukchi Sea. Chance of snow for the central Arctic coast with that weak trough. A lot of sunshine here expected for the western interior. Partly to mostly sunny here for south central Alaska, developing scattered showers along the Alaska Range, maybe an isolated thunderstorm or two. And that's more pronounced here over the eastern interior of this weak trough right through here as that low center tracks in toward Dawson. And for the southeast coast, no change. Pretty good chance of rain at some point in the day during the day Monday, actually increasing here with the winds late in the day. More likely Monday evening there for the south coast of the Panhandle, but still kind of cloudy, showery, and drippy, at least through the day Monday there. More chances of showers with easterly flow here into Kodiak Island, and pretty showery for the Alaska Peninsula. And for the lows tonight in the 20s, north slope in the Arctic coast, 30s and 40s, mostly in the 40s actually for the central and southern interior, 30s out to the west here in the Bering Sea, upper 30s near 40 in the Aleutians, 40s for the southeast coast. Highs both Saturday and Sunday here for the Panhandle in the 50s, and then looks like 65 to 71, call it there for the Susitna Valley, Copper River Basin well into the 60s, 55 to 60 here, Bristol Bay, even warmer there toward McGrath and Nicolai in the mid-60s, 65 to 70 or so here in the Tanana Valley, 30s, lower 30s now for the Arctic coast, followed by lows in the 20s again from the Brooks Range out to the Arctic coast, down across the northern Seward Peninsula, 30s for the Aleutians and the Bering Sea, upper 30s and 40s for the interior and the Panhandle, and then highs in the 60s through the central part of the state. Again, some areas may reach the lower 70s up in that area. Cooler here forecast for the Susitna Valley, but still should get into lower 60s at least in some locations. Copper River Basin, same thing, but a high near 50 for Kodiak Island and in the 40s out to the west.